Hey beauties, it's your girl Abby here. If you're new to my channel, so today we're gonna be achieving this eyeshadow makeup look, and also I'll be installing my highlight wig. So this is one of my units. I've been selling a salon and I'm trying to get a website down so everybody can get their hands on it. It came as it is. I haven't actually done much with this wig. I didn't pluck. It's a little bit plucked, but I mean, I will go in and pluck a little bit to make it look more natural. But just for this tutorial, for beginner's sake, we are leaving it as it is. But I think it's still, workable, right? I am rocking this hair and I just love this. I used to wear platinum blonde, and I think with age, when you growing, you like to tone down a little bit. So yeah, I just like the fact that there is, highlights in this wig, and it gives me a little bit of the blonde, but toned down. So without further ado, too much talking, let's hop on to our tutorial.
So I've gone ahead to do my brows, and now I'm applying my P. Louise Pro Status base on the eyelid. This serves as a eyeshadow primer. It helps stick my eyeshadow pigments really well. It's long lasting, and I think it enhances the look, I mean, overall. So I look quite tired in this tutorial, I won't lie. It was just too busy in my salon, and also I gotta create some content for you beauties. Yep. So I'm blending in with my BH Cosmetics blending brush. So I'm picking this dark violet shade from the BH Cosmetics eyeshadow palette, and I'm gonna pick with this eyeliner brush, sorry. And I'm gonna go from the very inner corners of my eyes and go over a little bit on the hooded area. We are creating a winged eyeshadow look. So I'm gonna start from the very inner corners of my eye, and I'm going a little bit on top of the crease. Since I've got a hooded eye, I tend to go a little bit over it so it's more visible, my stencil, and I'm gonna deepen it by applying a bit more. So I'll repeat the same to the other eye.
Again, I'm gonna repeat the same thing on this eye. So I'm gonna be blending in with a pencil brush for Yara E11, and I'll be blending out into the eyes, as you can see. I'm gonna pick a bigger blending brush. I'm using my P. Louise blending brush, and I'm simply gonna go over what I did before. Again, I'm also picking another shade from this same palette. this beautiful color here. I'm gonna be picking that, and I'll be blending that on top of our stencil.
So now I'm going to use my pencil brush, and I'm going to go in the very place where we stenciled, and I'll just, you know, enhance it a little bit. So basically I'm building it up, and then I'm going to soften it with my blending brush again.
So I'm going on the same palette again, and I'll be picking this pink shade with my blending brush. Actually, I'll be using this BH Cosmetics brush number 2, and I'll pick this pink shade here. That's a beautiful color, and I'm gonna go all over on top of that, and I'll be bringing it down. So now I'll be picking my blending brush, and I'll simply blend this out. And I'm gonna go on the same palette and pick this shade. It looks a bit like lilac, into the very arch area of the brow, and I'll simply blend that out to soften the pink shade I put on. So now I'm picking a clean brush, BH Cosmetics, and I'll be blending everything in. Now I'm gonna cut crease, and I'll be using my Pierre Louis base again.
I'm gonna line my eyes with Freya eyeliner, this red shade. So basically the idea was to get a pop of color. I wanted to achieve a little bit of like a fuchsia shade. And this was the idea that came in mind. I couldn't find any eyeliner I've got in my kit that looks closer to what I'm looking for, so we're using this as a base, and I think it's absolutely fine. But if you've got a shade that works better than mine, do go for it, right? So yes, I'm gonna wing that out and we'll apply some glitter. Go over this red liner with my glitter primer from NYX. So now I'll be using this glitter pigment, which is a little bit on the pink side. I think it's been showing on here as red. I'm simply going to pour a little bit on the lid and I'll start applying it on the eyeliner. So I'm going to be picking this fuchsia shade on the palette and I'm going to simply apply that on the top of the eyeliner. So the whole idea was to achieve this shade, but you know, in a glittery shade, right? So this is why I said if you have a glitter liner that is this color, you can go ahead and use it, or any one of your preference. But overall, I like the way this one came out. It popped up and it's really beautiful. I love that BH Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. I'll be leaving a link below in the description box just in case you want to have a try. So now we are basically done with our eye look. I think it looks very simple, and very beautiful. I'm going on my lashes with my mascara. I'm using my Lancome miniature. I got these as a gift, and I think I love them. I might be getting a bigger one when these run out. I think I bought 3 pieces of that. Yep. So I'm gonna go on the lower lashes as well, and I'm gonna start, to apply foundation and finish the overall look. So now I'm gonna go ahead and we'll be doing the reverse highlight routine. I'm applying my Dior Skin Correct Concealer in the shade 3W. This is about 3 or 4 shades lighter than my skin, and for this very technique I like to use this shade as a highlight. So I'm applying these at the usual places where we put iron. I think I went in a bit too much with this concealer at this time. Yes, of course, if you use the applicator in the concealer, you end up putting more. So I'm just gonna, distribute this by my foundation with my foundation brush, Friara. I believe this helps to place the product in the right place. Right, so I'm using my sculpting brush. Friara is an angled brush for contour or sculpting, and I'm simply gonna blend this product in. I love my Dior concealer. I think it's full coverage, and also this technique, if you have a problematic skin, if you have dark spots, this will be an easy step to conceal your blemishes before you apply foundation. So I'm going on top of it with my 5N Forever Dior, and I'm applying this on the whole face. So what I'm doing now is to push in the product, the foundation on top of this highlight, and we're gonna simply blend everything in. As you can see, just pushing the product on top, not moving it around basically. And I'm gonna go ahead, use my bronzer to go contour, and we're gonna finish with our setting powder and the rest. Now I'll be applying Mocha Mami Fenty Beauty, and I'm using this as a contour or bronzer to bring in some warmth into the face.
So I'll be blending in also mahogany complexion powder Born This Way Too Faced. I liked the look it gives me together with my bronzer. It's quite a darker shade, I think two shades darker than my skin, and I like to apply this to bring in the warmth that I'm looking for. So basically, if you don't necessarily use a cream contour, you can be using your powders or bronzers to contour your face, and I believe it give you that soft natural look, right? So I'm going in with Leader. Mocha Mami was not actually doing the job for me, so I picked my bronzer Leader Morphe, and I'm simply gonna contour the nose again. I'll be also softening or blending in with mahogany complexion powder Born This Way Too Faced to soften this contour nose. And as you can see, I am actually blending this into the eyeshadow. So I'm blending in with an eyeshadow brush, a smaller one, to soften the look. And also I picked a little bit of the mahogany complexion powder to soften it. So now I'll be using my highlight brush, and I've picked on Laura Mercier shade Honey translucent powder, and I'll be baking and also setting my under eyes. Remember, we did the reverse highlight technique and we have to set our face. So basically, most part of the forehead is already set except the highlighted areas, remember. So I'm doing that just now. And I also love this brush so much. It's very soft and I like the shape of it. It does the job for me accurately. I'll give Friara brushes 10 out of 10. I mean, I can't just say anything negative about these brushes, to be honest. It does the job for me, and I love all the brushes. I love all the brushes. So I'm going on the bridge of the nose with a smaller brush. It's also an eyeshadow brush, and I'm simply applying the translucent powder, again Laura Mercier, to highlight the nose. So now I'm gonna go in with a powder brush, and I'm simply gonna be blending everything in seamlessly, and also I'll be going in on a mahogany complexion powder Too Faced Born This Way, and I am going to blend everything in to have a very seamless look. As you can see, I'm dusting off and at the same time pushing in the powders, and I think we are good to go. But as I always go in for it, I'm applying my Born This Way Too Faced complexion powder just to soften every harsh line and also give me a very uniform complexion. So now I'm going on my under eye with a smudger brush, and I'm picking this dark purple shade which we use for the eyeshadow, and I'm simply blending it on the under eye. And I'll be picking I think the pink one, the three shades we use for the eyeshadow, and smoke them out with a smudge brush just to bring in some definition to the eyes. And also I'll be going on my waterline with a dark pencil, Rimmel London. And you all know this is how I get it done. I think this technique helps apply this dark pencil on both the lower waterline and the upper waterline or lash line. So yeah, and I'm simply smoking it out with the same brush that I used. So I have gone off camera to apply my lashes and put on some lipstick, and at the minute I'm putting on some lip gloss. So the lip stick I used was a tinted purple color, and I went in the middle with my Burberry pink shade, creating an ombre look. And to finish this whole look up, I'm going in with that pink shade just to smoke it out and you know, achieve what you can see. So basically I found this lilac shimmery colors on the color on this palette, and I'm going in the very corners. You all know I like to be a little bit, you know, dramatic with these shades, and I think it complements the eye look. So I'm applying that in the very corners of the eye to give me, you know, a pop of the glow in the very corners of my eyes. And I think we are basically done. So I'm going on my nose, the bridge of my nose, the tip of my nose, and I'll be highlighting my cheekbones. And we're gonna go ahead and install my wig. So I'll be picking this highlight shade from the Resolution palette, and again I'm picking on the lilac shade on there just to complement the whole look. And I'm using the same powder brush I used, and I went in there to pick this pink shade to also blend that in. So we are good to go. Put on some wig. So this is my 24 inches highlight wig, and it's about 150 density, not very thick. And I'm going in with my Mani, was it Mani? Oh gosh, my leave-in spray. And yeah, I think I put in as well John Frieda leave-in conditioner. And I'm going in on the lace with my tint spray. It's a light brown shade. I'll be leaving all the products I use in the tutorial down in the description box. So first of all, we don't put on wig nets. I never like to put on some wig nets. I itch my scalp if I have that on before my wig. So never. Maybe for the sake of tutorials, I'll be doing the bald cap tutorial just for you, my beauties, to know how to do that. But I mean, I never like to put on a wig cap. So I've gone on with my Got To Be spray, and I'm taming in my edges, making sure it's dry and hard, so the glue that we're gonna be put on won't get on my hair. So again, I'm going to in this wig with a wig spray. This is a dry oil spray. It doesn't actually leave the hair wet or shiny. So basically put it on my wig. It's got an elastic band, and it's got some 3 wig pins, one each on the side of the ears and one at the back. And I'm gonna for now, I'm gonna just hook the back wig pin in so it's secure, it doesn't move. And for now also, I'm gonna be trying where this frontal could be sitting. So this is a 13x4 frontal lace wig, and it's a transparent lace. All I've done, as you saw before, was to tint the lace to make it look a little bit brown. I didn't actually bleach this wig. Bleaching the lace will make the lace look more realistic, but we're going to be doing that in later videos. But for the sake of this tutorial, we're going on and fixing it. And also for beginner's sake, I don't want to trouble you too much. And again, I would be plucking this wig also to make it look more realistic, but we're going to be rocking it as it is, right? So to tame these hair away from my face so I can go ahead and do whatever I'm doing, is to clip this hair down. So I'll be using some hair clips, and mind you, I didn't put the latch or the elastic band that that comes with this wig. I didn't actually put that on because it will be too tight to maneuver, right? So now I have an idea where closure is gonna be sitting, and I'm simply gonna check on that, and then we'll go ahead to put in our Ghost Bond glue. So I'm going a little bit like an inch away from my hairline. So about this closure, right, it's quite different from my hairline, but we're gonna be rocking it as it is. I think it's definitely a protective way to wear this wig because it's just away from my hairline, and it's basically beautiful, to be honest. So I'm going a few inches away from my hair line, and we're gonna leave this glue to sit clear and a little bit tacky, and I'll go on it one more time. So we're doing the double glue method. You can go on and put in the 3 times to 4 times, but I feel it's unnecessary to reapply the glue like about 3 or 4 times. Just 2 times is good. So I'm gonna leave this to air dry, go clear and tacky. As you can see, it's melting off as a matter of fact. And I'm going on the second time, and I'll be applying my wig on. As you can see, we have to speed this for sake of the video not getting too long. But for a detailed tutorial, which I'll be doing it next, please watch out for that video. So we're gonna ahead to put this glue to put this wig on basically, and it is all out, my people. So this is the end result. I tried to put in some curls, but I ended up brushing it out. So this is the end result of our makeup and our hair, and I think it looks fantastic. Fantastic. So yeah, without further ado, this is our look, and I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Until we meet next time, bye bye.